If you've downloaded the Excel Dashboard Tools from the DataPig website, I'm going to show you a few ways that you can use them to mock up a dashboard and then when you're designing your dashboard. I've created a sheet called Dash Draft, and I'm going to use the mock-up tools to plan where different items are going to go on the dashboard and just see what will fit. So the first thing I'm going to do is select a cell where I'd like to place the first item. And then I'll go to the Insert tab. Over at the right are the DataPig Dashboard Tools, and we're going to be using these mock-up tools. So I'll click, and those are all the tools. And the first thing I'd like in that top left corner is a label where I can describe what this dashboard is. So I'll just put that there and select another cell. Maybe I'd like a chart here or a little table. So back to the tools, mock-up tools, and I'll pick a column chart. Now when these land here, they've just got some placeholder text. I'm not going to spend any time fussing with that. I'm just trying to design how much room everything's going to need and what I can fit on here. When it drops onto the worksheet, it has handles in each corner, and you can drag those in or out to resize. Make it just a little bit bigger. I'll select another cell and go back to mock-up tools, and maybe I'd like a table over here somewhere. So I'll click on that table and just point to the border, and I can drag it. And again, this might be a narrower table, and I can adjust the size. I'll put one more thing on here. I'm going to put a map. So going to the mock-up tools, here's a map of the USA. Now for this, if I want to resize it, I'm going to hold the Shift key down and then point to a corner handle, and that's going to constrain the size so it doesn't get out of shape. So I'll just do that and drag it. So that's how you do your layout. Then you can discuss this with your boss or coworkers or any other stakeholders in this dashboard. And once you've got things set up, then you're ready to build your dashboard. So I've got another sheet here called Dashboard. I'm going to turn off the grid. So I'll go to View and Grid Lines just so we have a nice clean sheet. Then I'll go back to Insert. So now I'm ready to start building, and I'll go to the infographics and I can grab something from here. Maybe I'd like one of these shapes. I don't want it there, so I'll move it over to the right. You can use this to highlight one of your key numbers. And I'll add something else, another infographic just to catch people's eye. Here I'll put a map here, and again I'll hold Shift and just drag that in because we wanted our map to be a lot smaller. Now this map has all the states outlined on it. When you drop something onto the worksheet, it's a group. And within that group, you can click on specific items. So if you want to highlight a state, select the state within the group, and then go to the Home tab and pick one of the colors. And it's best if you use these theme colors because, as you'll see in a minute, these are easily changed. I could bring in a chart from another sheet, so I'll select that and cut it, bring it over to the dashboard, and put that somewhere that we decided our chart should go. Some of these graphics have numbers in them, and you can link those to cells in your workbook. So I've got an admin key sheet here, a couple of target numbers. I could link one of those targets to one of the items on the dashboard. So I'm going to link this number to one of our admin keys. So I'll click somewhere in there. Before I do that, I'll just check the font size because we might lose the formatting. Now I'm going to click in the formula bar, type equal, then go and click on the on-time target and press enter. So we're now linked to that cell, and I'm just going to put our formatting back. So I'm selecting the border of that cell, make sure it's white font and 32. So it looks like it did before, and then you could put in some text here that says that's the on-time target. And now if you go and change your admin keys, so that's now going to be 85%, and we come back to our dashboard, it shows up there. One other feature we'll look at is formatting percentages. So I'm going to just type 3 or 4 percentages here, and then we'll format them. Okay, so now we've got these numbers, and if I go to the Insert tab and Customize Percents, this little window opens up, and we can format positive and negative percentages. Just give them a little bit of oomph on the sheet. So the positives, I'll make those green with a little triangle. Negatives I'll make red with a down pointing triangle. We're going to select the range. So I'll click in here, select all those cells, and you could also increase the decimal places if you wanted to. And when I click apply, it formats all those cells. And if I change this to -10, it uses that red formatting that I set up. So it's just another way to add a quick feature on your dashboard. Another feature is using the color themes. So I'm going to move a couple of these items off to the right so you can see the effect better when we use the color themes. If I go to the Page Layout tab and click Colors, there's a whole set of custom colors plus the standard office colors. And when you point to one of them, it shows all the theme colors that you've used in that theme. So if we started out with Office and now go to Blue Water, a lot of those items are changing color. Now, some don't change, like Texas and California are keeping their colors because theme colors weren't used for those, just a standard color. I'm going to pick my own set of custom colors here, my bright colors, and everything changes. Even our draft items have changed. This used to be orange and now it's blue. For more Excel tips and tutorials, and to download the sample file for this video, please visit my Contextures website at www.contextures.com.